Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's Monday. Monday means it's the first segment of the week, which is the fan comments, of course, where we go through all, not some, but all the comments that you guys have I say religiously, put on Cannon Fodder TV. Shall we get into it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so there we are. We're back with the first segment of the week, which is the fan comments. However, I've got to say, next week there will not be fan comments. Why? I hear you scream. Because I'm going to have a little break. Yes, it's been non-stop since the beginning of this season, so I'm going to give myself a well-earned break. There will be, however, one or two uploads for the player profile. From what I'm understanding from some of our subscribers, they like that segment, the player profile segment, where we've actually spoken about players who play for Arsenal over the last 40 odd years plus. So there will be one or two more uploads this week. Friday's Easy Talk will be again the last because I'm going to give myself another maybe a week or 2 weeks break. Um, yeah, because I'm just cream crackered. I'm absolutely knackered. But I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's actually subscribed to the channel, also pushed a like, shared the content so far, and I think we should probably get into it. Yeah, I think let's get into it. So the first comment is actually it's coming from. I'm just kind of line up. I just lost my spot here. Yep, this is coming from. This is coming from Mube Guna, yes, who's now the chairman of the board, and he's commented. I've actually just lost it. Yeah, he's made a comment in regards to the player profile. Yeah, lo and behold, Kevin Richardson one to bind them all. This is another good video, my G. Well done. Guys, I've got to say as well. Remember, if you want me to feature one of your favorite players, not of recent years, maybe over the last, let's say, 15 to 20 years, um, I will do the research and upload a video. I mean, personally, I'm not going to do videos about players who've been at Arsenal over the last 5, 10 years. That's probably be a little bit of a cop out. But let me know in the comments. Put the comments in the box below, and I shall do my best. And then we've got another comment here, which comes from Call Me 1273, and they're referring to a video that we did quite a few months ago. In regards to Aaron Ramsey. And it was, he says, guys, Emery didn't offer Ramsey a contract. Ramsey wanted to stay, but Emery wouldn't let him. Ramsey would have loved to come back, and I'd love him to come back as well. Ramsey has inspired me to play. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it at that. And then the next comment comes in, another one from let's have a look. Give me a second. This one comes in from Chris Stonage, again relating to the player profiles. This one was Ray Kennedy, a serial winner, and he says a quality. He was one of the most underrated players in Liverpool Football Club's history. Such a shame about his condition at this moment. And the underlining reason why I've done the player profile with players over the last 30, 40 years, excuse me, is I don't want to paint everyone with the same brush, but younger supporters at Arsenal won't know a lot of the history of the players over the last 40 years. Like I won't know the history of the players over the last 60 years because I've only been living on the planet Earth for the last 50 odd years. So it's good, A, for the history, and B, it gives you an opportunity to tell me, what your thoughts about these players. These players played a huge part, a massive part in Arsenal's history. And the final point I want to make on the player profile is that players don't just drop out of the sky and land at Arsenal. A lot of these players have played at other clubs before coming to Arsenal. So with Ray Kennedy, yes, he started his career at Arsenal at age 17. He played for 4 years at Arsenal. He won some silverware, especially the double. He made a major contribution in that, and then he went on to play at Liverpool, and he became a serial winner, as it was. So again, the main reason for the player profile is to give you guys a bit of history. If you didn't really know about these players, and also remember that these players, they don't come out from nowhere. They have a history behind them. But in regards to the comment, Christian, thank you very much for that. And that's followed up by another comment from Arsenal Blogs, who says it was a nice video. Thank you very much. And then I got one here from the English Conversation Company, who says, yes, I think he was, as Alex says, he wanted this video to be a celebration of his footballing career. Yes, because as Christian does mention, Ray Kennedy is these days suffering from Parkinson's disease. But I wish him, all the best. The next comment, if I can find it, comes through and from, again, Mube is just dominating the comments here. He's just saying that it was a pleasure to be on the Easy Talk last week Friday, because he's now the chairman of the board. And it was probably one of the funniest Easy Talks that I've done in a long time. But of course, we don't take ourselves too serious, but there were some serious parts in between the laughter. And then there was the channel poll. And the poll was, if I can remind myself, who is your player of the season? And I have gone for Leno. Leno is my player of the season so far. He's pulled us out from so many difficult situations. So, guys, whilst I'm doing this segment for maybe the next 5-10 minutes, come into the chat and tell me, which player do you think, for you, has been a player of the season so far in the red and white of Arsenal? Right, back into the fan comments. I've got one here. Just give me a second. Yes, because there was a slight mistake in the poll. I put who would because we're running polls consecutively and side by side, and so the other poll which came out yesterday was who would be your choice for the number one at right back. But I didn't write right back. I put LB, meaning left back. So Jalil has corrected me. He said if none of them, you meant right back, though Bellerin would be great going forward and defends better than Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Socrates is better defending but slow going forward. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has more balance going forward and defending. What else has he put here? Though his defense level isn't well appreciated, I think I would pick Hector Bellerin. So that wraps up all the fan comments. Again, there's not too many because we're in the midst of a terrible situation with the coronavirus, aren't we? So content creators are trying to scrape around and trying to bring up information for our viewers and subscribers. And as I mentioned that, please make sure you subscribe and like and share to Cannon Foy TV on all platforms, not only on Twitter, also on YouTube and on our Facebook page. Right. Now, there has been some other bits and pieces of news. Yes. One of which is a former player, RVP. RVP has ruffled a few feathers, and where he's actually saying that he loved his time at Arsenal. Actually, let me just read what he says. So this is actually on Twitter. And he says, I can promise you on my kid's life, if someone comes with proof that Arsenal offered me a new deal, I would give you £1 million. Now, today, it was Arsenal's decision not to offer me a deal, and, and that was up to them. Now, I'm not going to read the response to that. Someone's commented and responded to that. But listen, RVP is now a pundit, and good luck to him. We stuck by him when he was injured for a long time, and there was an incident where he was allegedly, I say there's an allegation that he raped someone, and we still stuck by him, didn't we? By RVP. But he's a pundit. He has his own story to tell. I'm going to say, guys, leave it up to your. It's up to you what you think personally. I'm not going to delve too much into it. And the other bit I picked up was on Jack Wilshere. West Ham's Jack Wilshere has said that the one player, Tottenham player, who he thought was the best Tottenham player that he's faced in the Premier League was Dembele. Osman Dembele. Sorry, what have I done here? Sorry, Musa Dembele. And I'm thinking, really? I know he was at Fulham, but yeah, Jack Wilshere reckons that Musa Dembele was he was the best player that he's faced at Tottenham. Well, the X-Man came up against the Belgium in various North London derbies, and his name soon jumped into the mind during an Instagram story quiz. All right, okay. And the other bit of news is that the players, it would appear, all the players have agreed to have. So where is it? Yeah, Arsenal actually have just come to some news saying that we are pleased to announce that we have reached a voluntary agreement with our first team players, head coach, and core coaching staff to help support the club at this critical time. So yeah, so it appears that the players have agreed to have the deduction in their salary, and we've spoken about this many times. You know, I think personally the players the only thing they should be really concerned about, you know, if they do take a deduction, where's the money going to go? You don't want the money to go into the owners' pockets, or you know, taking more taxes away. But they've come to an agreement, so thank goodness for that, and we can put an end to that story. Oh, is there any other news? I don't think so. Spoken about Van Persie, about Jack Wilshere, and you know what, guys, that is that. So remember, guys, this is going to be the last fan comments. This for the next, I say maybe 2 weeks. Give myself 2 week break. Easy Talk will be the last Easy Talk. We're going to be having James Rowe back, also Elto, the original Godfather, and a new face. So you guys will have to stay tuned and find out who this person is. We're going to be having on the panel. The other thing I am going to say to you is he coached in the United States in the 80s and 90s. So we'll be asking questions about coaching in the 80s and 90s and how things have changed over in the States in the 2000s. Guys, if you've been wondering who or what you've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And there's no breaking news.